There is a specific kind of exhaustion that comes from living in a state of perpetual almost. You felt it, Cancer. It's that heavy, damp ceiling you've been bumping your head against for years. The feeling that no matter how hard you row, the shore stays exactly the same distance away. You've had the wild ideas. You've done the emotional heavy lifting for everyone around you. But there's been this weird, stubborn resistance in your material world. It's like the universe has had you on a strict containment protocol. But as we step into the thick of 2026, that ceiling isn't just cracking, it's dissolving. That drought you've been living through wasn't a mistake. It was a period of resource testing. Source was watching to see if you could maintain your integrity in the lean years so you wouldn't lose your soul in the harvest. A massive breakthrough is surfacing, and it's coming from a direction you've completely stopped checking. Welcome back to Willow and the Wild. To the new viewers led here by the pull of the moon and the returning collective, I'm glad you're here in this sanctuary. We are going into the unspoken truths of a financial shift that is finally reaching the Cancer collective. This isn't about hustle, and it's not about grinding until you break. This is about material sovereignty and the end of that low-vibe poverty consciousness that has been haunting your family line for decades. We're looking for the clarity that lets you put down the oars. The vault is being unlocked. It's time to understand the new weight of your world. The first energy we're sitting with is the Empress. To a Cancer, she feels like home, but today she represents the end of forced labor. You've been trying to squeeze abundance out of dry land, but the Empress shows up to remind you that your wealth comes from your flow, not your friction. She is the mother of all resources. Her presence here tells me that you are sitting on a gold mine of your own natural creativity, something you've been doing for free or for pennies because it comes so easily to you that you didn't think it had value. But look at what's sitting right next to her, the Ace of Pentacles. When these two lock eyes, we aren't talking about a vibe or a feeling of wealth. We are talking about the solid, heavy seed. This is the contract, the windfall, the inheritance, or the sudden opportunity that you can actually hold in your hands. The Empress is the fertile ground, and the Ace is the seed being dropped into it. The unspoken truth here is that the universe is about to pay you for your essence, not just your effort. The internal shadow of this pairing is that deep-seated Cancerian guilt. You have this weird program running in the background that says, if you aren't exhausted, you aren't earning. You've associated your worth with your level of depletion. The Empress and the Ace are here to break that link. The shadow is the fear of being lazy or undeserving because the money starts coming in with ease. You're being moved into a position where you can finally afford to be still. The breakthrough is designed to buy back your time. Don't apologize for a harvest you didn't have to bleed for. In the center of the table, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and it's clarifying the why behind the timing. Your struggle wasn't a streak of bad luck. It was a karmic cycle that had to be sat through. But the wheel has hit the bottom and is now screaming toward the top. This resonates with a closed door from 2 or 3 years ago that is suddenly swinging wide open, and this time there is a payout behind it. But look at the speed of this. The Eight of Wands is flying right into the spokes of that wheel. When these two collide, the frequency is one of swift inevitability. This breakthrough isn't going to be a slow, polite buildup. It's going to hit like a landslide. We're talking about a barrage of movement. Emails, calls, notifications, and random coincidences that all point to the same pile of gold. The stagnation of the last 5 years is being cleared out in a single week.
The conversation between the wheel and the Eight of Wands tells me you need to be ready to catch what's falling. The internal shadow here is a thick layer of cynicism. Because you've seen the wheel turn before, you're squinting at the sunlight, waiting for the clouds to return. You're holding your breath, waiting for the catch. But the Eight of Wands says there is no time to wait for the other shoe to drop. The momentum is already carrying you. You are being asked to release that underdog identity. It served you when you were climbing, but it will only weigh you down now that you've reached the plateau. You are finally being permitted to be the one who wins. and that is a terrifying shift for a soul that has only ever known the fight. Following this, we see the Nine of Pentacles, and this is where the breakthrough turns into sovereignty. This is the woman in the garden who doesn't owe anyone a single explanation. This resonance is about a sudden clearing of the ledger, debts vanishing, or an influx of independent wealth that lets you build your own walls. The Nine of Pentacles is the outcome of this chaos. It's the feeling of walking through your own house and knowing that every stone and every piece of glass belongs to you. It's the end of renting your security from other people's opinions. As we go into the foundation of this reading, we find the Four of Pentacles. Usually, this is about clutching onto what you have, but today it represents the solid floor. This breakthrough is what finally allows you to breathe. It resonates with the ability to put down a deposit, to secure your base, to finally feel that your shell is thick enough to protect you. The Four of Pentacles is the frequency of I am safe. You've been living in a state of emotional and financial fluidity that felt like drowning, and Source is now giving you a mountain to stand on. But look at what is anchoring this, the Ten of Pentacles. This is the legacy card. When the 4 and the 10 show up together, we aren't talking about paying your electric bill. We are talking about changing the DNA of your family's future. You are the one who is ending the struggle story for your entire lineage. The 10 of Pentacles is the promise that the work you're doing now is building a castle that your grandchildren will live in. The interwoven energy of the 4 and the 10 is the absolute death of poverty consciousness. The unspoken truth is that you've been hoarding small amounts of energy and money because you were terrified of the rainy day. But this breakthrough is teaching you how to hold massive abundance with an open hand. The internal shadow is the urge to hide your success so you don't attract predators or make your family feel less than. The universe is clearing that trauma. You are being shown that your abundance is a healing for everyone who comes after you. You don't have to stay small to keep them comfortable. Finally, the star manifests to wash the whole reading in a cold, clear light. The surprise you didn't see coming is how quickly your money trauma can be healed once the resources arrive. The star is the North Star. It's the promise that your future is no longer a question mark. It resonates with a sense of hope that feels like a physical weight lifting off your chest. You are seeing your potential with starry eyes, no longer filtered through the darkness of those past lean years. The star tells me that your hope is no longer a risk. It is a resonance. At the bottom of the deck, the shadow energy revealing itself is the Knight of Pentacles. This is the grounded guarantee. It tells me that while the Wheel and the Eight of Wands feel wild and sudden, the wealth they are bringing is designed to be permanent. This isn't a flash in the pan. The Knight of Pentacles is the most reliable, stubborn energy in the deck. He ensures that this breakthrough is being anchored into the physical world brick by brick. The unspoken truth of this shadow card is that your new financial reality is being automated. You are being upgraded to a frequency of material reliability where you no longer have to wake up and wonder if the floor is going to disappear. The universe has taken over the management of your abundance so you can get back to the work of being a soul. The shift is here, Cancer. You are moving from a frequency of survival into a frequency of sovereignty. This massive financial breakthrough you didn't expect is a divine appointment that you've successfully manifested through every no you said to the low-vibe path. Trust the flow of the Empress. Trust the completion of the Ten of Pentacles. Source is clearing the brush so you can see the vault that's been waiting for you in the silence. You are being upgraded, and your only job is to stop acting like you're still broke in spirit. You are wealthy, you are worthy, you are whole. Comment below with I claim my abundance to lock in this frequency and let me know about the weird synchronicities you've been seeing lately.
Your interaction helps the algorithm find the rest of the collective. Make sure to subscribe to Willow and the Wild for the deep-rooted truth of these 2026 shifts. To understand more about the specific opportunity surfacing in your field, click on the video on your screen now. You are the master of your own depth. The universe supports you. Stay in your truth.